Thanks for watching the NCWLIFE channel. I'm Eric Granstrom as we continue with our top 10 candidate interviews for the Apple Blossom Festival's Royalty Selection Pageant. Our coverage is brought to you in part by Boswell's Home Furnishings. Come explore their expansive two-story showroom on Easy Street. Next up, we have Sophia Hernandez, who's the daughter of Miguel and Ana Hernandez. Welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Sophia Hernandez. I'm a student from Mariachi High School, and my favorite color is orange.
Orange? Okay, now I don't hear that often. Why orange?
Well, I used to really like the color yellow, and it kind of stood out to me a little bit more when one of my friends from Mariachi, she came up to me and she was like, you know, you remind me of the color yellow, and that kind of just stuck to me. But as time went on, I was like, I feel connected to yellow because, you know, I feel like I can give off that energy, but orange just kind of stuck out to me as a little bit more warmer and like little to myself, kind of how I feel.
Okay. Why is mariachi important to you?
I feel like mariachi's incredibly important to me because it's been an outlet to my culture. I feel like I've been kind of disconnected from what, you know, my family, what they grew up in Mexico and El Salvador, and I feel like I've been able to connect to different types of students because of mariachi, and that people connection is really important to me, and I love being able to meet with people and connect with them.
You say in your bio that you work at Old Navy, you work for a fruit packing shed, I assume.
Yes.
Man, that's a lot of hard work. What has that hard work taught you?
So I feel I've learned a lot more about the intense and hard work during those summers that I spend at the fruit packing industry. So as soon as the sun rises, me and my sister drive to those fruit packing sheds and we do the same motion over and again for packing cherries and apricots, and it kind of, you know, you just realize how much these families give for their children, and it's kind of brings me a little bit into the reality of the world, like, you know, it's tough, but it can be rewarding, and I feel like that they are definitely deserve more recognition than they get, and it's puts me in my place.
Why did you decide to run for Apple Blossom?
So I decided to run for Apple Blossom because my mom mainly encouraged it. She was like, you're gonna do so great, like you have debate experience, you're super pretty and smart. And I was like, okay, like if my mom believes in me, then, you know, maybe I should have some faith in myself. And I thought it'd be a good way to kind of go out of my comfort zone and, you know, try to represent the Valley.
You've already mentioned your family. You say that they inspire you.
Yeah.
How so?
So my dad's side of the family, they're from El Salvador, and I think it's really inspiring them to see because they started their own food truck business here in Wenatchee and throughout Washington State. And I had the chance to work with them over the summer going into my freshman year, where I was able to see them hard at work during the summer where it's blazing hot in Chelan next to a stove. And it's just so inspiring to see that, like, they came here with nothing, but they made it what they wanted it to be. And it's nice to see that you make your own world.
What's been the most challenging part of this pandemic for you?
The most worrying thing was the financial part of it. Because of the pandemic, I decided to get a part-time job just to relieve some of the weight on my parents because it was a lot. Me and my sister are about to go into university, and my brother's just starting high school. You know, it's a lot for my parents.
What's the number one thing that adults need to understand about teenagers?
We need to understand, or adults might need to understand that we're learning and we kind of need to do that at our own pace. Whether, you know, if someone believes that it's wrong, it's like, we'll eventually get there to that point, but it's kind of like we're on our own journey. I think it's important that we are able to live through our own journey without constant, like, you're doing it wrong, or, you know.
Let you make your mistakes.
Yeah, we'll learn from it.
You'll come around. For someone who's not from the Wenatchee Valley, what would you say to them is the best thing about the Wenatchee Valley?
I would say the parks are definitely one of the better, and like that are around the riverside. If you go at the right time, like right at sunrise or sunset, it's so beautiful. And it's just kind of like a step from, you know, reality.
So it's the night of pageant, it's all over, and you're queen. Who do you thank?
I think I had to thank my mom first, you know. She's the one that got me into it, and definitely the rest of my family. When they saw me try on my pageant dress, they're like, oh, that's so pretty, you look like Cinderella. And I was like, oh, you know, definitely them, because they've been extremely supportive even when I felt a little down and, you know, overwhelmed. And obviously, you know, the committee members and our judges who take the time out of their day to allow us to experience this journey.
That's Sophia Hernandez. She is part of the top 10 candidates, and you will see her along with the rest. On the night of the Kashmir Valley Bank Royalty Selection Pageant, we'll have our pre-coverage with the countdown to coronation at 6 o'clock, and of course the pageant live at 7 right here on the NCWLIFE channel.